My name is Jake Daniels. I'm from the kind of Cedar Rapids area. We have a film studio in Marengo that we're working with, and the name of the film here at the festival is Devil's Due.
How did you get into filmmaking?
Oh man, probably the best way to describe it is just kind of over COVID. We kind of just found the passion for filmmaking there and started making my own little films, and then hooked up with a group of people that were really good at filmmaking and just sort of grew up with them.
What made you decide to become, where did the passion for filmmaking come down?
It came out of nowhere because I didn't grow up, making movies like most people do.
Yeah.
I'm kind of jealous of those people, to be honest with you. They've been doing it their whole lives. I've always loved watching movies, and I grew up watching movies all the time and every kind of movie, and just really fell in love with them that way. And picked up a camera to start a YouTube channel in 2016, just doing DIY stuff.
Yeah.
And kind of grew from there and decided to make a short film for fun. And then I'm like, oh, this is the next level, and I really love it.
Where did you get the idea for your film for Devil's Due?
I was working with a new actress. Her name's Nicole Estelle, and she's from Burlington, actually.
That's where I'm from.
Oh yeah, all right. And she asked me to help her edit an acting reel for herself, because I do some editing sometimes. And I was like, well, what have you been in? What do you have? She's like, well, not much that's been released. I'm like, okay, well, we need to figure out footage for you. So I ended up writing a short little script that we could just film and be like, here's something that you've been in to put in the reel. And then I started developing the script a little bit more and being like, okay, well, we can pull in some of the people and some of the techniques that I like to use and want to try, and just sort of experiment with different techniques, different lenses, different genre styles. And so Devil's Due is actually a genre-bending film where I wrote the same script 3 different ways. So it's an action, a comedy, and a drama.
Yeah.
All in the same concept. So the concept is a woman goes to her grave to visit her dead lover, and the devil shows up and wants to make a deal.
Well, what did you do to prepare for the film, for Devil's Due?
Oh man, pre-production was big in it.
Was it?
I assembled a crew, the kind of dream team that I had, which is Michael Huntington back there taking BTS. He's my director of photography, so he's great behind the camera. He knows all the shots that are necessary, and then also are artistic. So what I like to say is 70% standard coverage and 30% artsy bullshit. And then lighting, we had an awesome gaffer named Nate Kaiser that we met up at the Iowa Motion Picture Awards, Iowa Motion Picture Association Festival. And we work really well together, and he's just brilliant with lights and shaping light and everything. And then just the rest of the Mediaverse crew. So we had, Brittany Benedict and Derek Smith on sound, and we had Emma Elise and Emma Walker, we call her Walker, and Alana Swenka, as well as Nicole as the talent. We had Damian Mancino as the choreography. Also helped write the script. Since I'm not the best writer, I reached out to our team's writer, Kevin Shepard. He's written a lot of scripts for us, and we're going to try to start doing some of his original scripts next year, making features and stuff out of that. But yeah, brilliant writer, and I knew that I needed him to kind of help make this script into something that was workable and something that that actually made sense as a storyline.
Yeah. How long did it take to shoot Devil's Due?
So we actually only shot it in 2 whole days.
Really?
Yeah. So probably 3. So we did 1 weekend at our ranch in Marengo, Iowa. We call it the ranch. It's our studio.
Yeah.
We did it all there. And then we went to Burlington to a cemetery for some pickup shots.
Well, what was the most challenging part of making the movie?
The edit.
The edit.
It always comes out of the edit
Yes.
for me. It's just, it took me, because I wanted to make these 3 standalone films, but also have them feel like there's connective tissue.
Yeah.
So I'm not just editing 1 5-minute film. It's actually 3 5-minute films into 1 15-minute, 16-minute cohesive film.
Okay. Can I ask what's your inspirations as a filmmaker?
That is a heavily loaded question.
Yeah.
Man.
There's just so many.
Oh my God, yeah. Just all the films that I see. I watch all kinds of film between all different genres. I lean horror, but I also take inspiration from all different kinds of stuff. So you'll see a lot of Mike Flanagan. You'll see, oh my God, I'm gonna lose a bunch of names here. There was a shot that I did in Devil's Due in the action sequence that was heavily inspired by Sherlock Holmes: The Game of Shadows. There's
Okay.
this really dynamic action shot that they did with crash zooms in, with
Yeah.
like a tracking shot.
That's Guy Ritchie, right?
I believe that was Guy Ritchie.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
mean,
So, Guy Ritchie's another big inspiration for me.
hell of a filmmaker.
Oh yeah. Oh my God. So yeah, I just sort of try to assimilate, as much as I can. I can't really name drop that much,
Yeah.
unfortunately. But yeah, I'm very much an assimilationist sort of filmmaker.
Is there any craziest or funniest or overall just best story from the set?
So we have.
That's
these-
a yes.
Should I say it, Michael? So we have.
gotta hear it.
We have a slapping bit in
Okay.
Devil's Due in the comedy portion. We just have like a round of slaps for everybody, and it's just sort of just like builds the comedy a bit.
Yeah.
While we were shooting this, one of our actresses actually accidentally did physically slap another actress, and it was it was just really funny, but also really tense in the moment.
Yeah.
And so being the director, you have to negotiate that in a really specific way. So that was just sort of a crazy story that we all kind of call back to. It's just like we remember the slap,
The slap.
which is when you do choreography like that, it's bound to happen.
Yeah.
So you just kind of have to recognize it and be like, okay, let's take a break real quick, everyone. Let's go over the choreography one more time and let's try it again. And unfortunately, I wasn't able to use the real slap
Yeah.
in the final edit. So, but that's okay.
What's your thoughts about Halloween-a-Palooza so far?
So this is my first time being here,
Yeah.
and it is an experience. Let me
Yeah.
tell you, there's a lot going on here.
Yeah.
Like I wasn't aware that it was a bunch of vendors and book readings and all this other really amazing stuff. It feels like a proper festival, not just a film festival, but
Yeah.
just a gathering of all the spooky horror shit that you really want to be a part of.
I know. I love it here.
Yeah.
What's next for you?
Michael, what's next for us?
Too much.
A lot. We have a lot going on.
A lot on the docket.
Yeah, so we started this studio in Marengo called Neaver Studios,
Okay.
where we're offering up film sets and gear rental and podcasting and all sorts of resources for
Okay.
Midwest Iowa-based indie filmmakers and creatives of any kind. And so we are standing that up and trying to make that sort of like a hub for the filmmaking community here.
Well, it was
Yeah,
awesome
great.
to meet you.
Yeah, man. Likewise.
Yeah.
Okay.
Enjoy the rest of your time at Halloween-a-Palooza.
Yeah, I sure will, man.
And enjoy the Halloween party tonight.
All right, I will do. All right, thanks.